This module is in the continuation of what we talked in the module number 13, that is population, the global labor market, and trends in the demographics or changes in the demographics. So if we look about Pakistan, so slightly this is more detailed information. However, you can get this information for every country. Since we are looking about a strategic human resource management, mainly in the context of Pakistan, we will see some information about Pakistan. So, as I said in the last slide, the population of Pakistan is 210 million, or roughly 210.8 million as of July 1st, 2019. We are not aware of how much changes have been taken place over the last 1 year, but generally there is a consensus among different news channels and people that the current population of Pakistan is more than 220 million. So people per square kilometer and males per 100 females is 105.4. According to these statistics, males population is slightly greater than the female population. Although you can doubt on these numbers, but we can have a consensus that roughly in Pakistan, male and female population is almost equal. Why we are talking about that, we will talk about when we will talk about implications. For example, the first implication when we talk about the female population and when we talk about the male population is how much females will come into the labor market. According to the international labor organizations, 20% of women in Pakistan, they get a job or they apply for a job or they are in the employment. So this is the one implications of studying the demographics and trends of demographics. तो अगर आप देखें तो पाकिस्तान में तकरीबन 20% ख़वातीन जो हैं, for example, when I collected the data for my research, I found that from the banking sector, so from 100 employees I received the survey, 20% were women. So this is consistent with international labor organizations. You can have all this type of information from the ILO website, and they provide a data for every country, even sometimes in more details for some cities. So similarly, children per woman 2.5 on average in Pakistan. Goods exported from US 2.9 billion, and goods imported to US is 3.7 billion. So changes in exports from US from 2009 to 2018 is 81%. We will talk about what are the implications in later on. Similarly, this is some more detailed information. If you look on this slide, what we have talked in the last slide, that 210 million is the population of Pakistan and 290 million is forecasted by the end of 2050. Whereas if you look at the male and female, your right side on this slide is female population, and on your left slide in the right graph is the male population. So almost pretty much balance you can find in this graph, that the male population and female population by age is also almost equal. For example, the bottom line suggests that 0 to 4 years. So 0 to 4 years, you can see that male population and female population is almost same. Similarly, if you look in the middle, so 40 to 44 years, so this is what it suggests, that 40 to 44 years, right side is the female population, left side is the male population. So this graph is in a very symmetry. This is going very parallel. Nowhere haphazards, nowhere outliers, nowhere dramatic changes in the data. So almost of all ages, male and female in Pakistan are very similar. Something which is important that we need to compare Pakistan with other countries. So you can find that the population of China would be less in 2050, that is 1.3 billion, decreasing from 1.4 billion. So similarly, if you look at the balance between a male and female in the population, age and sex of China, you may find that at some age there are people population is less, or at some age population of the people is slightly greater. So for example, 50 to 54 and 45 to 50 is the greatest age or highest age the number of people China has. So similarly, this information you can find for the India. Its population is growing, and like Pakistan, it's a very symmetrical that male and female population is almost equal. Just wrapping up this module, that if you can look at the some population trends in the Europe and other rest of the part of the world. So just one thing I would like to highlight in this slide is that rest of the world is 26.1%, while Europe accounts for 6.9%, China 18.7%. So out of the million people in this labor market, you can see that how much contribution, how much labor is available from which country. Just last one sentence of this module is that if you go abroad, you will find that a lot of people from China and a lot of people from India. Why it is that? Why not from other countries? Simply, the countries who have the greater amount of population, there more people represent their country, or there more people go abroad for work, and that's why you see more number of labor or more number of people available in foreign countries from China and from Pakistan. Thank you.